Twitch chat. Such a nice and calm environment. A perfect place for sophisticated and highbrow discussions. A place to share your feelings with a group of mature and sincere. I love Twitch chat, with its own language, its own memes, its own history. It's like a hive mind with a buzzing energy that brings a stream to life. In fact, Twitch chat is so alive, it's even started playing the video games itself.
How do you read your chat? Doesn't it go so fast?
Well, right now it's not even going fast, but now that you mentioned it, it's going to go a lot faster.
How do you read that?
Okay, so what's the point? What's the point of a busy chat if nobody can even read your message? Surely it's just a bunch of spam. I've seen a lot of people who are less familiar with streaming have this initial reaction, especially for big events where the chat is moving a tad quickly. But in my opinion, for these big streams, the chat exists to replicate this. I love to watch the wave of emotes fly past in chat as the pace of a game quickens. You can feel it, even if it's in the corner of your eye, that energy. It makes you feel a part of a community, like you're connected, like you're not just sitting at home, alone in a dark room with your cat. Sure, not all chat is this active. I've certainly seen large streams with a strangely disproportionately quiet chat, but when the chat is slow, it's much simpler to understand. I'm more curious, on the other hand, about the insanely quick chats, where chat becomes something different, almost a single entity or a single voice with its own character. So what is chat? Who are chat? Well, it's 81.5% male, 62.87% English speaking, 55% 18 to 34 year olds, but you probably could have guessed all that stuff. Let me tell you the real facts. Let me explain the types of commenters you see in every single Twitch chat. You have the say what you seeers. These people literally just type what they see, possibly to show off their bandwidth. The cynic. These are the people who criticize every single thing they see on a stream. The most important thing for these people is not to be impressed at all costs. They're big fans of the word cringe. They also like to say how bad the professional gamer plays were. It's the equivalent of the fat dad criticizing a footballer. The optimist. This is that one brave guy who actually admits that he's kind of enjoying the stream. The artists. These people just need to express themselves, and text art is the best way to do this. It doesn't need to be particularly relevant to the stream or conversation. It just needs to be big and ideally a picture of Pepe. The notice meers. These are the people who need to be noticed at all costs. They will literally type anything multiple times just to make sure that they are visible in chat. The edgy notice meers. They want the world to know that they are not only very mad lad, but are fully willing to use all of the swears. Now combine this with the artists we discussed earlier, and you have a very formidable viewer. Look at this example here, an edgelord who's saying, look, here's a pee-pee. But that aside, dong awareness is an important issue, so make sure you read up on it. Oh, and how could I forget, there is one final type of viewer, of course, and that is the lurker. They just lurk. Now, there is one particular phenomenon that fascinates me even more than the flow of a super busy chat, and that is an empty chat, or more specifically, people who stream to nobody. At 10:30 PM GMT on Tuesday the 19th of March, I counted 196 people streaming Overwatch alone to 0 viewers. Why do so many people stream to nobody? I feel like this could be a video of its own. Are they genuinely trying to grow an audience from scratch? Is it just a way to record gameplay? Or is it just an experiment to see if anyone turns up? I went to a couple of these streams to say hi, and some were really chuffed to have a visitor, while others completely ignored me. This one guy, he did say hi, but about 10 minutes late. For those that are genuinely trying to build an audience from scratch and are streaming to nobody for days, weeks or months, I can only imagine how demoralizing and disheartening this could be. I stumbled across an article from The Verge that touches on this topic, and I found a couple of interesting quotes from streamers who do this. Games can be beautiful, clever, goofy and funny, and I like to be vocal with my appreciation for them, even if no one's listening. I'm playing the game anyway, so why not stream it? If I get viewers, cool. If not, I don't lose anything. I mean, these are valid reasons, but you do have to faff a little bit to get set up with the stream, and you have to have a mic and a camera set up. You are spending some of your time getting your stream ready. Attempting to build an audience from scratch seems a little bit insane to me. The odds of someone finding you just being too slim, but I can only admire those who try. If you want to check out some small channels, then it's really easy to do. Search for the game you're interested in, and then order the list of streams by viewers from least to most. Many of them are actually really enjoyable and have a decent production quality too. And if it's interaction you're after, then you will definitely get plenty of attention so long as the streamer notices you arrive in the first place. I've also recently discovered that raiding a 0 viewer streamer is immensely satisfying. You get a reaction far more powerful than when you raid a more popular stream. You get this sense of genuinely making someone's day. Although occasionally, you may not get the reaction that you're after.
I told him, I'll give you this diamond.
Shroud, thanks for hosting me with 35,000 followers. That is awesome. You're the man.
Mildly interesting stats part of the video. Twitch is growing like mad. What happened in 2017? The size of an average stream is getting smaller because there are so many more streamers. The second most used emote is the heart, wholesome. Sunday is the busiest day, why don't I stream on a Sunday, I don't know. The biggest stream ever was by Ninja when Drake popped in, over 500k concurrent viewers. I wonder who will break this record. There are 11 million videos created each month. This is kind of incomprehensible. 14.2 billion messages have been sent so far on Twitch. Again, incomprehensible. There's no need to know that. I don't know why I said it. And this is how many messages are being sent every second, although this might only be those that are using stream elements. But it's still quite a lot of messages. The one stat that really blew my mind was that supposedly 61% of viewers engage with chat. I honestly thought this would be closer to 5%. It's clear that people on Twitch really like to get involved, engage and interact with the streamer they're watching and with each other. It goes without saying that chat is an incredibly intrinsic and essential part of the world of streaming. I would go as far as saying it's kind of half the experience. Of course, it varies from person to person. Some of you may choose to close chat entirely, especially for big tournaments where the actual gameplay is the main focus, and it may be fair to say that the importance of chat decreases the bigger the stream gets, or at least the purpose of chat changes, like I mentioned before. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on this particular point. Even someone like me who doesn't always keep chat open when watching, say, a tournament, I'll drop by every now and then during the downtime to amuse myself and feel like I'm part of something. Chat isn't about the individual, it's about the collective, the constant stream of energy, the memes that spread like wildfire, the swelling of visual noise as the big plays are made. I've also noticed that chat is one of the only places where you rarely see toxicity amongst the users. Sure, they'll slag off everything happening on the stream, but rarely will a fight break out amongst themselves. The stream is the chat, and each channel is defined by its community. Every chat has its own personality that reflects the personality of their host, and the streamer themselves are just along for the ride. I have the best stream ever, guys. I'm also very humble and modest, but it's not down to me, it's because of my viewers, my chat, you lovely guys. So thank you all for joining me in my streams, and if you've not popped by before, feel free to drop by, say hello, join the community, but just please, maybe less dongs? And try out this thing and give it a good old go. Now that's a big old ding dang, walla walla bing bang.